I got digital dash, can't ride with a op. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned out the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flood it with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be high, right through your block and I drop off the top and I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitches say. I got digital dash, can't ride with
Alright, so when it comes to the jump shots, first jump shots we're gonna go over is the guards. But I wanna get this out the way off the rip. If you see my shorts, you probably already seen this or already know this. But I'm gonna be real. If you really want a real knockdown jump shot and you a guard, you struggling, throw on Jerry West, set point, and I'm telling you, it's green bean. It's so green I can't even explain it. Now, I'm gonna give y'all some other stuff too, but I'm gonna be honest. This is really all you need. I'm not gonna lie. So, 2K just finally dropped Season 2. Now, with Season 2, it's gonna be a lot of stuff. I don't know what's the new rewards. I heard there's like a new little robot, but besides that, I don't know none of the new rewards. So let's go ahead and look at it. So Season 2, season ends in 41 days. That's kind of how it always is. Those are the 3 new mascots. Okay, I guess that's, why does that look like that? Why does the dude face look like that? But let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna continue. Upgrade and immediately receive these rewards. I'm good, bro. I'm good. You just gave me the option. Okay, so the only way you can get the face paint is if you buy that off rip. I heard about that, like the little Cardi face paint, but I don't know why people are saying Cardi made that, but yeah. Okay. You get sleeves to get you 1 pass accuracy, I guess. Winner Circle C tier. I wonder what that is. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, 2K, the little WXP tokens, those need to be converted to rep tokens. I seen Grinding do a post like that on Twitter. That need to happen, I'm not gonna lie. Michelin Nest Galaxy Swing Man. Okay, I guess. Okay, they got face paints. That's lame as hell, I ain't gonna lie. 2K23 banner, Suns banner, driving layup accessory, I guess. You get a BMX bike at 20. You get your little silver floor setter at 21. Steel accessory, ball trail from last year that was in the game. Jack-o'-lantern hairstyle. So I guess they're gonna give us a new hairstyle every single season. That's not bad, I'm not gonna lie. People be begging for hairstyles, so that's not terrible, I'm not gonna lie. Kyrie and De'Aaron Fox banners. Okay, here go the mascots level 30. So I guess it's gonna be mascots every single season. 3 mascots every single season, I'm guessing. NASA race suit ain't bad, I'm not gonna lie. It's not terrible. A sci-fi armor at 36. Oh, okay, here go the carbon fiber cyborg suit. So you get the weak chrome one. That's the one I seen, I think, the carbon fiber one. I'm like, why does it look like that? So they give you a way weaker version for the free. That's kind of crazy, 2K. But okay, but then you see they got the little My Team stuff. So if you My Team, you get to see your stuff too with the. So you don't even have to like go through both. You can just see them all together. Okay. I mean, I ain't really seen nothing crazy. Let's see what the new animations looking like. All right, let's see these animations. Okay, so it says new jump shots. So hopefully, let's see. Okay, hold on. Let's go back up to the top. I don't know if I'm gonna be testing every single jump shot this year, by the way. It's too much going on with the releases not having green windows. It's gonna be kind of weird. Okay, I haven't seen anything new yet. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still scrolling. Still haven't seen anything new. Maybe they don't have a season next to it. Okay, it does have a season next to it. There just was nothing new. So Victor now has his base in the game, and it's only for 610 and up, and you only need a 78. I'm not gonna lie, Victor may have one of the best bases in the game. I'm looking at the time stability. You put some good releases with that joint, you may be able to go crazy now, Biggs, because it actually looked like a decent little base. Let's see what else. There's probably nothing else. Nothing else. No dunks, no layups. Okay, we got some new dribble moves. Let's see what's the new breakdowns, I guess. Victor. Okay, so Victor, we got pretty much all new Victor stuff, I'm guessing. Yeah, all new Victor stuff. Crossover, is it a Victor crossover now? Yeah, new Victor crossover. Okay, so I'm guessing there's nothing else new. So literally all we got new was Victor. Okay, yeah, I mean, they didn't really add nothing new. So I kind of figured this how they was going to do it this year with them locking certain animations behind rep rewards. I'm pretty sure that they're not going to add nothing new, but maybe they may add, like, since they're going to have like a person that's going to be focused for the season, maybe that's what they do every single season now. So pretty much we probably got all the animations that we're going to have that's like the best animations in the game. Maybe except for a couple like rare ones, but maybe they just add new things that we never had. Maybe we just never get the, you know what I'm saying, the D-Book dribble style, because I'm pretty sure we still don't have it. Yeah, we still don't have the Devin Booker dribble style. So maybe that's one thing that they have for a season coming soon, D-Book dribble style. I don't know, but yeah, that's the new animations for the season. All right, now when it comes to releases I use, my favorite releases in the game is Brandon Popzinskis. Brandon Popzinski. I need you to start saying bro name right. I be saying bro name just reflex incorrectly. That's kind of crazy, but yeah. Yeah. We just gonna call bro Pod. But yeah, this is my favorite release in the game, whether I'm a swing or a guard. I use this every single time. Now, on the secondary, I always go with Oscar on my guards because I feel like you want a little bit faster jump shot on the guards than you do on the swings. I do go Larry Bird for like the bigs and swings though. But you can go Curry as well if you like Curry, but Oscar is just kind of like the meta thing for guards for sure. They did nerf Oscar a little bit though, so if you don't want to use Oscar, I don't know if you can use Sadiq Bey on guards. Yeah, I don't think you can. So since you can't use Sadiq Bey, I would definitely say the only options I would personally use is Oscar or Curry. Now, with that being said, let's go over the bases. Now, like I said, Jerry West, just straight plain Jane, perfect. The thing I say about Jerry West though, you can't get very quick if you do it like that. So if you want to do something like that, you can go Jerry West, Jerry West, Jerry West, and then go max speed, and you'll have an even faster version of what I showed you guys earlier. But if you do want to make it even better, more tuned to your liking, maybe you want to use push, you can use certain releases to speed it up even more. I like Jerry West because it reminds me of Jump Shot 3 from 2K22. But Jerry West is really, really nice. It's really, really nice to me. Now, some other ones that's really underrated in this game, Jalen Brunson has been moving a lot of mountains for a lot of people. So if you're still in need of a jump shot, throw on Jalen Brunson, you should be straight. Jalen Brunson has been really, really popular so far in the game so far. Now, some other ones, Kyrie Irving is another one I definitely can recommend. And then, like I just told you guys, Jerry West, if you guys do want to use something that I would use, if I did change releases on it, you can go Pod, Oscar, maybe even Curry right here, and then go very quick. You may not even want to use Pod. Find whatever your favorite release is. Tony Parker's another great release, but yeah, that's what I do. And then last one, John Stockton. John Stockton was my first guard jump shot that I really, really liked a lot. It's really, really good. I think Jerry West is better though. Curry is even better maybe, but for the most part, if you don't like any of these, just think of anybody in the league that can shoot, and they're gonna have a really solid base, so you can try those. Now, some other ones that I'm not showing you guys, KPJ is really good again this year. Kyle Lowry is really good again this year. But when it comes to guards, it's pretty simple. Y'all got some of the best animations, like jump shots, dribbles, it don't even matter. You got the most options, whether it comes to releases, when it comes to bases, it's that simple. You even got the quickest releases when it comes to very quick. All the way up to 6'6" though. 6'6" and under get those. But when you get above that, you only get quick when you get to like 6'9", and then 6'10" and up only get normal. So yeah, and then you can go 75-25. That's what I do every single time, and I always blend it more towards the one that I favor the most. Now, if you do use set point, I wouldn't recommend Oscar because it's gonna speed it up too much. That's why I like Larry Bird, and that's why I said if you use the plain Jane Jerry West, just use set point, because the plain Jane Jerry West, where you have the Jerry West releases, is also really, really good for like set point, just like the Larry Bird secondary release is for set point. But yeah, that's just what I'll say. I probably actually will throw in on this video Mike Wang explaining how all of those work, because I was very confused early in the year, but I want everybody to have that kind of cleared up, how that works. Now that the latency and all that type of stuff is kind of fixed now. All right, now when it comes to the swings. When it comes to the visual cues I use on pretty much all my builds is set point. I like to use set point. Now, one thing I want to say about swings, this is the only builds I'll be able to show where you can literally have two different max speeds. So if you're 6'7" to 6'9", you only can get up to quick. But if you're 6'5" or a 6'6" build, you can get a very quick jump shot speed. So let me show you guys. So this is like the main jump shot I use on my 6'5", 6'6". Now, these have a little bit higher requirement. These you only need an 83. And like I said, when I was going over the guards, my favorite release in the game right now is Brandon Prop. I don't know how I found this, but I'm telling y'all, releases this year actually make a big deal on your green window. So maybe you don't use my releases. You use whatever is more familiar for you. Some releases that's definitely really good for the green window I've heard are like Luka, Kobe, Michael Porter Jr. If y'all remember when I first dropped my jump shot, I was talking about Michael Porter Jr. and that apparently is one of the biggest green windows in the game. Cal Korver, that's another one I was talking about. Scottie Pippen, that's another one I was talking about. But I really do like the Podzimski. Bro, I don't know how to say bro name, but you know what I'm trying to say. And then Larry Bird. Now, Larry Bird is what really makes it overpowered for the set point, because Larry Bird is what makes him hold it a little extra, tiny little bit, so that it gives you a bigger green window than you really should have on that set point. I'm telling y'all, Larry Bird is it's the sauce for the set point. Now, if you're not using set point, you're using push, release, jump, then I would definitely recommend something faster like the Sadiq Bays, the Oscar. But for me, I like set point. Maybe eventually I want to relearn my timing on all my jump shots, whether it be fades, all that. Then I may go to something else and just speed my jump shot up and make it a little bit tougher to get contested. But this is what I've been using, the Larry Bird, Podzimski, no matter what the base is, that's what I've been using on all my swings. Now, like I said, when it comes to being 6'5" or 6'6", you actually can get a very quick jump shot on this game. Now, I think that this was always a thing. It just never was able to like have the 5 different speed thresholds, because in 2K's previous, like if you remember 2K19, if you were 6'6" under, it was just a faster jump shot than builds that was taller than that. It's just how it was. So yeah, but Torian Prince, people was asking me, is Torian Prince still good? Yes, I use it on my 6'5", 6'6", the builds that have this higher 3-point rating. Like this build has a 96, my 6'6" has like an 88 or 89, and I'm telling y'all, bro, that Torian Prince is disgusting. I got so many game winners. I got so many wild stuff in 5v5 or even in like some of the stupidest shots I've hit in pretty much any 2K with this Torian Prince, and I cannot explain it. I will say 2K did a patch to make sure that the timings don't change as much. I heard that it hasn't really done that, but I haven't experienced the timings as much as it was. It was pretty bad the past week. I'm gonna be honest. It's been pretty bad. The time is changing. I will say though, the time stability, I do have low time stability on my swing jump shots. Now, the only other one I really use is Romeo Langford. Now, this is the one I kind of more so use if I'm on my taller builds. So if I'm on my 6'7" that I drop, my 6'8", this is pretty much what I use. Now, on my 6'5", I have it max speed. But that's just something I've been testing lately. But I would say just use quick. Now, this is what I'll say. If you want your jump shots to be the same speed across all your builds, and you can meet the thresholds on all of them, this is what this Romeo Langford was made for. You see, it's the 78 3-ball requirement. You see my builds, they all have that 78 3-ball requirement. So this is what I usually be running. So if I'm on a 6'7", 6'8", this is the jump shot I have. Romeo Langford, Brandon Podzimski, or Larry Bird. Even if it's a higher, I have a 6'7" with like 85. I still use this jump shot. It's so green bean. And you see the time and stability is only a D. So I'm telling y'all, it's sometimes you don't have to pay too much attention to them attributes and just find you your jump shot. Now, if you do want to max the speed, you can, but if you want it to be the same timing across your builds, you don't want to have to know all these different jump shots based off what build you on today or whatever. That's kind of what I was saying. Like, you can just notch it down a little bit and go quick. But yeah, those are the 2 jump shots I use. Now, when it comes to bases that are very, very popular that anybody can use, the 2 most popular ones is JT Thor, but if you want an even better version of that, go with Ben Shepherd. Gordon Hayward is a really, really, really good base. It's a lot of good bases for swings that I can go over all day, but the main 2 I personally recommend, Romeo Langford and Torian Prince. I can't recommend too much what other people use because those not really what work for me. These are what work for me and what releases that work with those perfectly. Now, there are a lot of releases. I already went over that. The release speed and the blending, I already kind of went over that, but 75-25 release speed, I use that on pretty much all my pod and bird combos. Alright, last but not least is for the bigs. Now for the bigs, I'm gonna be honest, they don't really get, in compared to the guards, y'all get way less. Y'all don't even get nearly as many release speeds. Like, I seen somebody do a post, I shouldn't have, like, my best base shouldn't be able to be past Eric Pascal, even if I have like a super high midi or a super high 3. And I can understand what he's saying, but for the most part, we're gonna give y'all the best bases, best releases. Now, releases is very easy. You can go Tim Duncan, Kevin Love, Dirk Nowitzki. I think those are the 3 best, but I've been kind of moving more towards Dwight Powell and Larry Bird. Now, I went over that in the last one if you was listening to the swings, but Larry Bird is like the key for me to use set point. Now, say for instance, you use other releases, I would think the upper 2 that you would always want to use is either Tim Duncan or Dirk. Those are the 2 ones I would use if you want it to be like just to speed up your jump shot, have the best like stats and all that type of stuff. If that's what you really care about, you don't use set point and you use push, release, or all that other stuff. That's what I would do. So yeah, that's what I say. Now, when it comes to the bases, Dwight Powell is one of the best bases in the game to me as a big, and all you need is a 78 3 ball to use this with these releases. And I always go 75-25 on my blendings for the most part if I'm blending it with Larry Bird. But for the bigs, I honestly think 60-40 may be a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, with that being said, I go max speed because you only can get up to normal on a big, so it's kind of tough. But for the most part, when it comes to these bases, I just was going over it. Eric Pascal is like the most popular one. Definitely really, really good. Michael Porter Jr. is another really, really good base. For the lower end, I think Andre Drummond is a really, really solid one. Jonathan Isaac is a popular one. If you guys want another release you can go with Jaren Jackson Jr. That apparently is like the Oscar Robertson for the bigs, but I'm not really messing with it that much. But a new one that just dropped that I really got to test a little bit more before I start recommending it is Victor. I don't think Victor is going to work too well with this, what's it called? So you probably got to go like Timmy. You probably got to go like Timmy, then go like Dirk to try to get the most out of this. To be honest with you, where's Dirk? Nowitzki. Bro, can I not spell? Okay, and then you got Dirk. And just to get it as fast as possible, and I would blend it more so to Timmy to try to get the speed up as fast as you possibly can. I'll probably have to do like 85-25. But yeah, it still looks a little slow because they got that little hitch. So I don't even know how good it's going to be just off the speed. Now, one thing that's really underrated for the bigs that I like to do on some of my times, if I'm like a little off, I want to get it back together, I just go double up on, where he at? LaMarcus Aldridge. I just go double up on LaMarcus Aldridge releases, no matter what the base is, and I just do that. So whether it's be Victor Wemby, if I want to use that, or I want to use the main ones I've been using, like the Dwight Powell, where you see how much faster that is than the other one I was using, or the Eric Pascal, or even the Michael Porter Jr. So that's really what I say. That's pretty much what I would recommend for the bigs, for the jump shots, the releases, the blendings, and the release. All right, next is the triple pull-up. Now, when it comes to dribble pull-ups, this is very interesting. Trae Young is locked behind starter 3, so if you are starter 3 and up, you can definitely use that. But for the people that really want the best of the best, Pro 2 is really, really popular this year. I think it's cool. I tested it for a day. I got used to it eventually. It's alright. I don't think it's nowhere near Kobe. But the thing is, you only can use this on swings. If I was a guard and I could get Kobe, I would use Kobe. The only reason I even tried Kobe at the original point of this game, when the game first dropped, was because I'm like, bro, they got Kobe this year? We gotta try that. I know that Kobe on the cover. I gotta get that a chance, and this joint nasty. MJ was my favorite one last year. It's still in the game this year. Tyler Hero is still really good this year, so if you want to use that, if you're a guard or a swing, you can still use that. When it comes to, there's another one. Nate Robinson. If you're a guard, I think Nate Robinson is still really good. I think Ben McLemore is still really good. But for the most part, I think you're kind of chilling. Now, when it comes to bigs, y'all don't really have much options. Bigs, what I run on my big, I use basic. I just use basic. Now, if you want to use Dirk, you can throw Dirk on. I use basic. Now, you do get KD when you're starter 3. That's probably what I actually will use whenever I do that, because my big is actually like a KD build. That's what I made it to be. But for the most part, yeah, those are what it is. Now, I will say, if you guys want better, like, animations, like, say, for instance, they have some of these are literally strictly made, like, Duncan Robinson, Klay Thompson, those are strictly made for whenever you get a catch, and you get, like, a bad catch animation, but you want it to be a smooth jumper still. So, Duncan is like that, Klay is like that. So, that's one tip I give you guys if you're a person that really don't fade a lot and want to do standstills, but when you do get a bad catch, you want a good animation off that catch. The fade the dribble puller that you have actually does affect that this year. So I want that to be known. So yeah, if you want something smooth, throw on Duncan, throw on Klay. Just look at the guys that's like catching shooters, the Kevin Hoarders. I'm telling you, they're really, really good for that. All right, next is the spin jumpers. Now, spin jumpers, I'm gonna be honest, the build that I have crazy mid-range on, it's either pro or normal, but for the most part, I use pro if I'm on a build that don't really have like if I'm not trying to force middies, if that makes sense. Like I'm trying to get a dunk or a 3. But this year midi is so OP. I'm finding myself shooting a lot more middies this year. So it's a lot of adjustments still being made on this 2K24 stuff. But yeah, if you really want to go crazy, I would say normal. There's no requirement for normal. You can be anything and be able to put normal on. I don't think you can run normal on bigs though. I'm pretty sure that like if you try to put it on like a center, it won't let you put it on. If you are proudful, you may be able to put it on, but I'm not sure of that. But pro, normal are 2 really good ones. De'Aaron Fox is really, really good. Like if you're a guard, De'Aaron Fox is probably the best one in the entire game, but only small guards can get that. Nate Robinson is another one that's good, but De'Aaron Fox washes like everything on this game. I'm gonna be honest. This De'Aaron Fox one is stupid. Like stupid. I really wish I was a small guard just so I can have that. I'm not gonna lie. But Dirk Nowitzki is cool for the bigs. And then in basics, you got these as well for bigs, but I would just run either KD or Dirk if I'm a big, being honest. All right, next is the hop jumper. Now, for guards, I've been saying this since day one. It's now becoming like a meta thing for guards for like 5v5, which is kind of funny. Davion Mitchell, I think that's by far the best one in the game. It's like the new Kyle Lowry, I guess you could say. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I said that day one, and it actually kind of came through. But when it comes to other ones, I guess guards you can use Stephen Curry. De'Aaron Fox is cool, but I think Davion Mitchell is kind of by far the best one. For swings, I think Tyler Hero is pretty solid. I think this may be the best one for swings, honestly, still. But you still got ones like Jimmy Butler, Harrison Barnes, Paul George. Really, really solid. I think one of these pros are really good, but I think the normal is the one that's really, really good. So yeah, those are the ones I would personally have to recommend. Again, for bigs, I don't think y'all get the normals for whatever reason. It says no requirement, but I don't think you can actually get these. So the ones I definitely say the best one for bigs is definitely Jokic. But if you can't use Jokic, Dirk is really nasty. I'm not gonna lie. Dirk's hop jumper is really good. So yeah, those are the ones I personally would have to recommend for the hop jumpers. All right, so next let's hop into the dribble animations. Now, when it comes to best dribble animations, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I completely moved away from what meta is and just kind of start doing my own little thing. So my favorite dribble style in the game right now is pro. The best one in the game probably actually is Kyrie, but I'm not able to get that on my builds, to be honest. Only one I can get that on is like the under 65, and that's only one build for real. So yeah, my favorite one, the one I'm most accustomed to is pro. It's a lot of stuff you can do with this. I can kind of give y'all an updated dribble tutorial on it. I don't think it's very necessary. It's pretty simple stuff though. It's pretty simple stuff. But you also got stuff like Kobe, which is cool. Not crazy though. I think Kyrie is like the best one by far, and everything else is just kind of cool. Nothing crazy. Until they give us like the D book, until I hit like starter 3 for Michael Jordan, I can't really tell you what's by far the best. Like anything that's on Kyrie level besides Kyrie. But I think D book is gonna be the best one. I think Michael Jordan's gonna be pretty good when it does drop. It just has to drop eventually. Or not have to drop, but Michael Jordan is starter 3, is locked behind starter 3, and with me switching rep or whatever affiliation, it's gonna take a little bit more time for me to get to there and stuff like that. All right, next is a signature combo or size up. If you're a small guard, you're gonna use Steve Francis. Me personally, I would use D Rose. Another one that you can use if you don't like Steve Francis is Trae Young. But for the swings, I think John Morant, or where is he at? John Morant Pro is actually not bad, but Jamal Murray is also another one that's pretty solid or decent. All right, next is the regular breakdown combo. Now, the one I use, I've used this the whole year. Since day one, when the game came out, when I played it early, I've been using De'Aaron Fox. It just looks really smooth. Now, reason why it kind of is meta now is because that little move it does instant, where you can just shoot off that instantly. But I liked it because of that little ending. You can get like an instant little speed boost off that if you wanted to do the full animation. And that's just off flicking the right stick up. You don't have to do anything else. It's a really simple and easy move to do. And you only need an 80 and be under 6'10". Now, if you're a big, I guess, if you are a big, I guess you would have to go with just pro, to be honest. I'm gonna say one more thing for a little fun fact on the dribble style, because everybody not gonna be at this part of the video. If you do want to get a little glitchy and you don't have like the ball handle on your build, and you want to have a really OP dribble style, like I just showed you guys the pro, just make your build a shooting guard. Just make your build a shooting guard and you can get this pro dribble style for free. No requirement needed. All right, next is the aggressive breakdown combo. This is one thing I don't really use. I was using it earlier with the Ray from Austin, but ever since I put Kobe on it, I don't find myself ever utilizing this. If you do like using, I would say, if you do like using the Michael Jordan, not the Michael Jordan, but the Magic Johnson dribble style, I would say these are like the aggressive breakdown and the other breakdown combo are really OP. I'm not gonna lie, they're really OP. Like if you know how to do it right, really OP. I'm not gonna lie. All right, next is the escape moves. Now the best escape moves in the game right now is Trae Young. If I had to say the second best one, Kemba Walker. There's a couple really solid ones like the Ja Morant, the Jimmy Butler. It's a couple solid ones. I'm not gonna lie, but the one I would personally recommend after that would be Kevin Durant. I think Kevin Durant is the one I'm gonna use for the most part if I'm not on my 6'6" or 6'5", for the most part, because that's just the thing that I can use across a lot more builds. I can use this on my big, I can use this on my swings, I can use this on pretty much everything but my 6'6", 6'5". For my 6'6", 6'5", I'm gonna use Trae Young. I can use Damian Lillard from on my small guards, but what's the point of me using Damian Lillard or Kyrie when I can just use Trae Young? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what 2K was on with the 6'10" and under with Trae Young, but 6'5" and under for Dame and Kyrie, but I guess. All right, next, this is one of the most underutilized moves I use on here. I barely ever do this, but De'Aaron Fox is the combo move. This is like the Jamal Crawford from previous years, if you ever remember that. It's the closest thing we got to it at least, but yeah, this is what I use. All right, next is the crossover. Now, this is really, really important, because there's some that's really good, but they can get bump stealing. And then you got John Wall. John Wall is the best one in the game. I think Kobe Bryant is really good. Also think De'Aaron Fox is solid, but it's easy to bump steal the De'Aaron Fox. But I would say the best one in the game is John Wall. Kawhi Leonard is still pretty good if you guys want something similar to Kobe, but you can't get that threshold. But I think John Wall is still really good. All right, next is behind the back. Now, if you want to just do explosive behind the backs all the time, you don't do behind the backs going up the court, Jamal Murray. If you want to do explosive behind the backs and do behind the backs going up the court, DeMar DeRozan. If you don't do explosive behind the backs at all and just do behind the backs going up the court, De'Aaron Fox. It's literally in that order. So De'Aaron Fox is super OP, but it's horrible explosive behind the back. Jamal Murray explosive behind the back, super OP, horrible going up the court for a behind the back. DeMar DeRozan is the perfect balance of both. It's not as good as Jamal Murray explosive behind the back. It's nowhere near as good as De'Aaron Fox behind the back going up the court. But if you want to have the ability to do both, this is the only way you can do that. It's literally that simple. I don't want to leave out for the bigs though. I don't want to troll y'all. If you are a big, I think the one I am using on my big is LeBron James. LeBron James is the one I'm using. I think you can also use Andrew Wiggins, but yeah, Andrew Wiggins or LeBron is really all there is to it. If you guys want that little glitchy Steezo move, you can also have Trae Young. I can't leave that out either, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Next is the spin. Now, spins is just really dependent on you. I use Jamal Murray because he has like a little hezzy spin in here. Another one that's really good to me is DeMar DeRozan, but I think the meta one is Ja Morant. So yeah, those are the three I would personally recommend. All right, next is the hezzy. It's a lot of these. You got the little Sham guy hezzy. Chris Paul got. Jamal Murray got a cool one. Jimmy got a cool one. DeMar DeRozan got a cool one. But I think Ja Morant is the best one in the game. Simple as that. Oh, Anthony Edwards also has a cool one. So if you want to try some other stuff besides the best one, I guess. But if you just want the best one, Ja Morant. Next is the moving step back. The best two is Stephen Curry and John Wall. I believe Stephen Curry has the faster pullback, but the thing is with Stephen Curry, you don't have the hot back. The LeBron hot back is in John Wall. So I would honestly say John Wall is the best overall one in the game. Now, say for instance, you are a big and you can't get that. Just throw in Vince Carter. Vince Carter is the best one for bigs. Pretty simple. Next is the triple threat style. The one I've been using all year, ever since like the first part, was Steph Curry. I don't know why they don't have Michael Jordan. I don't know if they're ever going to add Michael Jordan. I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, maybe it's a starter 3 thing. I don't know why they would have a triple threat within starter 3. But yeah, I'm using Stephen Curry. Why did it just show up as a new dunk package? Was Athletic 369 in the game? But yeah, let's get to the dunk package. I don't know what that was talking about. Maybe they updated this or something. I don't know. But yeah, best dunk packages. I would say the best dunk packages, you got Clyde, you got LeBron. Those are the 2 best ones. I think Clyde probably has like the best one-handers. I think LeBron has the best dunk packages overall. Like LeBron has some crazy one-handers that take off from far. So if you want the limitless takeoff dunks, LeBron. Anthony Edwards is cool, but I would just really recommend LeBron or Clyde. And really, if you're really being honest, I would only really recommend LeBron. LeBron is like all you need. You don't even really need Clyde, but if you want to go crazy and have something else, go with Clyde too. When it comes to alley-oops, I would put on Elite and Zion if you want them to be kind of around the same area in terms of speed. But if you also want to have standing lobs, like for bigs, I would say Pro is really, really the best one because that's like where all the standing lobs are. But you can still get standing lobs without having them. But for the most part, most of the animations are within this package, if that makes sense. When it comes to just regular, I was using quick drops off 2, but I've just now started using only LeBron. Quick drops off 1 aren't in the game. They're within starter 3. So if you do want to use quick drops off 1, that is available if you are starter 3. But yeah, they have to be starter 3. When it comes to contact dunks on this game, even with the dunk meter the way it is, I would use as many of them as you possibly can. So if you only have Pro off 2, use Pro off 2. If you get Pro off 2 and Pro off 1, use Pro off 2 and Pro off 1. If you get Pro off 2, Pro off 1, and Elite off 2, use that. If you get all of them, use those. If you get the smallest 2, use those. Don't really matter. Same thing I say for the standing dunks, for the big bend standing dunks, contact dunks when it comes to that. Even same thing when I say for the contact alley-oops. Now, when it comes to the big man dunks, this is what I say. Ben Simmons has really good standing dunks. Regular 2-hand basket is really good. The Pro under basket rim pulls is really good, but you really don't even have to put one on, and you'll be fine. LeBron has really good standing dunks within that package. You don't really have to even put one of these on. But if I had to say one, Ben Simmons has really good ones. Pro under basket rim pulls, and 2-hand under basket regular. All you need for the 2-hand under basket regular is 40. For this one, you need a 70. And that's pretty much what I would recommend for the standing dunks or big man dunks. All right, next is the layup styles. I will be doing a video very soon ranking every single layup package in the game. Still got to get done with the guards. Still got to get done with the bigs, but I pretty much got this joint figured out for the swings. I'm not going to lie. But for the guards, Kyrie, you have to, I believe to get Kyrie though, you have to hit, what level did you have to hit? I think you have to hit starter 3. Yeah, starter 3 for Kyrie, but I'm pretty sure that's the best one in the game. I'm not even going to lie to you. But if you don't even want to use Kyrie, default small is really good. Now, a lot of these other ones you can still use as a guard, to be honest with you. But Ja Morant is another one that's really good as guard that you only can get for guard. So, yeah, John Wall, Kyrie are the ones I personally recommend the most. Now, for swings and guards, I think that Jimmy Butler or the Anthony Edwards. Those are the 2 best ones I would say in the game. Kobe is really good for like reverses and certain things, but I think Jimmy Butler and Ant just got it. I think those 2 got it. DeMar DeRozan is really good though. For another one, if you want another option, LaMelo is really good. But for the best bang for your buck, I think the best bang for your buck is definitely gonna have to be Jimmy Butler. You only need a 79. So yeah. Another one that's really, really underrated, but this is just to dunk more, Ben Simmons. That's settled. Now for the bigs, I would say for the bigs, Giannis is the best one. That's literally long athlete. Giannis is long athlete. So yeah, if you can't get Giannis, Julius Randle, just kind of those 2. I wouldn't even really recommend the other ones. It's kind of funny that they made Zion and they allowed like swings to get this. I guess they got swing power for it, so it's not too stupid. But this is pretty much dominant big, and they made it way cheaper than ever. You only need a 70 instead of an 80, which is kind of tough to get on a big previous. So they made this a lot more accessible. All right, past that, I will be having a video ranking these, but I'm gonna be honest. Out of all the ones I've ranked, I haven't seen anyone even say a word about this one. De'Aaron Fox pass style is phenomenal, and all you need is a 79. Now LaMelo Ball, if you're not throwing lobs, that's arguably the best one. If you want some really, really fast passes, but you get like longer animations, Magic Johnson is really incredible in this game as well. LeBron got a big nerf though this year for me. I feel like it got a pretty significant nerf. The passes are very fast, but the animations you get on them are way slower than last year from my experience of using it. Jokic is still good. Sabonis is still good. If you want that one that gets the ball out your hands really fast, Ja Morant is pretty much like the new LeBron, but it doesn't pass it fast, if that makes sense. So it's really on you. I think De'Aaron Fox is the best bang of everything. It got fast lobs, it got fast passes, it gets the ball out your hands fast. It's the best bang for your buck on everything. And if you don't really care about having anything, just throw on none. None is still really, really good. All right, next for the motion styles. Now, for guards, the best motion styles apparently is like Curry or De'Aaron Fox. If you're a swing, or I think you can get elite as well. So if you're like more of a defensive guard, I would use elite, to be honest. Swings, apparently the fastest one is Dennis Rodman. I'm not using that. I'm not gonna lie. The way that nigga runs is too bad. I can't do it. I would personally run Kawhi Leonard, Justice Winslow. It was another one, but for now, that's what I recommend. And if you're a big, I would just run Justice Winslow. Now you can also run Draymond Green. You can still run Dennis Rodman. I think for a big, Dennis Rodman may be the one you should run because that is the fast one. And I think being able to run up and down the court may be even more important for a big. If you can get like even fast, like if you can just get even faster up and down the court just because of a motion style, I think that is a little bit different. So yeah, I probably would say Dennis Rodman. But for swings and guards, I would say those are the ones I would use. And then for bigs, since it is a little bit more important to get up and down the court because you may not be the fastest bunch in general, especially for like those taller guys, Dennis Rodman, for surely. All right, next is post fade. I think a lot more people are gonna be using these post animations this year. Post is overpowered this year, and with the midi being what it is, come on. Post fade. I think the best post fades personally is like the Kobe, the Jordan. That's ones I would use. Some people may use even Dirk. I would probably use Kobe or Jordan. That's just really what it is. Jokic one is actually pretty solid as well. I'm not gonna lie. But DeMar DeRozan actually has a really good one as well. But those are the ones I personally recommend for the post fade. I have Pro 2 on, but that's just because I just don't use post to be real on this build. But yeah. Next is the hook. The best hooks, you got Vucevic, Embiid, Kareem. Those are the only ones you even need to worry about. You're toxic as hell. I don't even want to talk too much about this. You want to be toxic with these joints, go crazy. They're really good this year. Again, they patched them at one point, and then they buffed them again because apparently close shots needed to be buffed. They kind of got messed up when they nerfed post hooks. Apparently, that's what Mike Wang said. And they buffed them again, and now they're back to being overpowered again. They're not unguardable because defense in this game is really good. Don't let anybody on this game tell you that defense is not good. There's more to defense this year than just pressing X, even though everybody wants to do that. But yeah. Next is the post hop shot. You got Kobe, you got the Dirk. Those are the two I would personally recommend. Nothing else you really even need to think about. Nothing else you even need to look at. Nothing else you need to even talk about. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you guys do want more of these best animation videos, I can try to do this a little bit more frequently because I don't know how often they're gonna actually drop like animations within seasons. Depending on how much they drop in this season, I'll probably go back to my old schedule where I just give y'all an animation video every single Sunday instead of trying to do it like where I do one for every single season, where it'll be way more spaced out. So like y'all probably get like one of these every 2 months or something like that. But yeah, if you guys do want more animation videos, just make sure to like the video. Y'all do want that contact dunk tutorial video where I show y'all boys how to dunk way more, give y'all everything you need to know in this game. When it comes to the dunk meter, there's just no fixing that. Like, it just is what it is. Like, and it's very random on how big you get the green window sometimes. Now, only way I know how to make the green window bigger, I got a tip for that. But besides that one little fact, the driving dunk meter, it just really is what it is right now. I'm gonna be honest. So what I can really do is just try to help y'all boys dunk more and how to not getting taken out of dunks as much as possible. So yeah, if you guys do want that, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. Show support in any way. Comment down below to help the algorithm, all that good stuff out the way. Without further ado, man, it's your boy Fitz. Ah, man.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!